We've been conditioned to believe that the life we desire is something to be sought after. We've been told that if we aren't vibrating high every second, we haven't mastered the perfect morning routine, then we're failing the test of the universe. But I want to invite you into a different truth today, a truth that requires no forcing, no fixing. Manifestation isn't a reward for hard work. It isn't a gold star from the divine for being a great person. Manifestation is actually natural, biological, and spiritual byproduct of a settled and relaxed nervous system. It's what happens when the static of your thinking clears enough for your innate mental health to rise to the surface. I'm Susan Lilley, and my work is rooted in the three principles: mind, consciousness, and thought. For years, I approached life through the lens of doing. As a reflexologist and yoga instructor, I looked at the body. But through my journey as a 3P coach and rapid transformational therapist, I realized that the body is simply a mirror of consciousness. If you're exhausted from trying to manifest, you're in the right place. Today, we're moving from the effort of the ego to the ease of the soul. To understand why your manifestations might feel delayed, we have to look at the mechanics of thought. In the three principles, we understand that we are living in the feeling of our thinking, not the feeling of our world. When you are in a state of wanting, your thought stream is focused on lack. You're effectively telling your nervous system that you are not safe or complete until that thing arrives. This creates what I call the grip. When you grip an outcome, your nervous system, your body, enters a subtle state of survival. From the quantum perspective, you are organizing your reality around the frequency of not having. You are operating from an identity that is separate from your desire. But here is the truth: your identity is fluid, it's thought created. You are not someone who is waiting for a miracle. Your consciousness itself is having a temporary experience of a thought called waiting. When we stop believing that our thoughts of lack are truth, the grip loosens. We return to the baseline, which is innate mental health and peace. This peace is a space for your manifestation to finally open up. There is a pervasive myth in the spiritual community that you must be positive all the time to attract good things. This is not only untrue, it's a form of self-abandonment. Real alignment isn't about forced positivity. It's about safety. When your nervous system feels safe, your body moves from protection mode into growth mode. This is the receiving mode. In this state, you aren't chasing, you are attracting. You aren't forcing, you're allowing. Think of your nervous system, your body, as a radio receiver. The receiver, if it's shaking and unstable, the energy of hustle and force, the signal is all garbled. But when the receiver is still and grounded, the signal is crystal clear. You don't need to fix your anxiety to manifest. You simply need to recognize that the anxiety is temporary weather pattern of thought. The moment you stop fighting the weather, you return to the sun, which is your innate clarity. And this is a higher consciousness creation, realizing that the peace you seek is revealed, not manufactured. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. If you want a life of abundance, but you're operating from the identity of striver, the universe will continue to give you the things to strive for. To change this output, you must change your internal identity. How do we do this without force? First thing is to acknowledge the old identity. Recognize the negotiator in you, the part that says, I'll be happy when. Dissolve the story. See the identity as a collection of old thoughts running on autopilot. When we quantum leap and embody this version of ourselves, it's not a fake it till you make it exercise. It's a realize it because you are it experience. Ask yourself, how does the version of me who already has this breathe? How do they walk? How do they treat others? When you embody that frequency now, your reality begins to reorganize itself to match your internal state. This is the quantum leap. It's not a miracle, it's an identity shift. I want to leave you with something you can use in the moment that this video ends. Whenever you're feeling that grip of urgency, that feeling that you must have the answer or the result right now, stop. Don't try to fix the feeling. Don't try to affirm it away. Just notice it as thought. Say to yourself, I am experiencing the feeling of my thinking in this moment. This is not the truth of my reality. My peace is underneath the noise. As you do this, your nervous system and your body, your breath will regulate. You'll move back into alignment, and in that alignment, the how usually reveals itself. Through a quiet nudge or an intuition, it won't feel like hustle. It will feel like a wise, calm conversation with yourself. If this conversation has stirred something deep within you, it's because your soul recognizes the truth of its own power. You are never meant to fight for your life. You are meant to live it fully and freely. This is only the beginning of our journey together. In our next session, we'll be discussing why you should stop trying to manifest and what you should do instead. If you are ready for a personalized deep dive into your own consciousness, I invite you to book a clarity call to see where your current thinking is creating a grip in your life. Join the Clarity Shift Experience, my one-on-one intensive for those ready for full embodiment of their highest identity. Check the description below for the full high consciousness manifestation playlist. Keep this momentum going. Remember, consciousness is the only reality. I intend this created clarity to live fully and freely with gratitude. I'll see you soon.